Delimitation is the process of redrawing the boundaries of electoral constituencies to reflect changes in population. This ensures that each representative serves approximately the same number of people, maintaining fairness in the democratic process. By adjusting these boundaries, the principle of one person, one vote, one value is upheld, so that every citizen's vote carries equal weight. Delimitation helps prevent imbalances where some constituencies might become overrepresented or underrepresented due to population shifts over time. The constitutional basis for delimitation in India is rooted in several key articles that establish the legal framework for this process. Article 82 empowers Parliament to enact a Delimitation Act after every census, ensuring that parliamentary constituencies reflect changes in population. Article 170 provides similar provisions for the delimitation of legislative assembly constituencies within each state. Additionally, Article 327 grants Parliament the authority to make laws regarding the delimitation of both parliamentary and state legislative constituencies. Together, these articles ensure that the process of redrawing electoral boundaries is guided by clear constitutional mandates. The Delimitation Bill serves as a legislative framework for the process of redrawing electoral boundaries. Its primary purpose is to establish a Delimitation Commission, an independent body tasked with overseeing this complex process. The bill outlines clear guidelines to ensure that constituencies are redefined based on the latest population data, promoting fair and balanced representation. By setting these standards, the bill aims to maintain the integrity of the electoral system and ensure that each vote carries equal weight across regions. The Delimitation Commission is a specialized body established to redraw the boundaries of electoral constituencies. It is typically composed of a chairperson, often a retired judge of the Supreme Court, along with senior election officials and representatives from the concerned states. The Commission operates independently, ensuring that its decisions are free from political influence. Its authority is derived from specific legislation, granting it the legal power to determine constituency boundaries. Importantly, the orders issued by the Delimitation Commission are final and carry the force of law, making them binding on all authorities, including the government. Delimitation serves several important objectives in the electoral process. One of its primary goals is to ensure that each constituency has a roughly equal population, promoting fairness and balance in representation. By redrawing boundaries, delimitation helps guarantee that every vote carries similar weight, regardless of where a person lives. Additionally, it aims to secure fair political representation for all groups, including the reservation of seats for scheduled castes and scheduled tribes. This approach supports inclusivity and helps address historical inequalities within the political system. India has undertaken several major delimitation acts to redefine the boundaries of its parliamentary and assembly constituencies. The first such act was passed in 1952, followed by subsequent acts in 1962, 1972, and 2002. Each of these acts was closely linked to the most recent census data available at the time, ensuring that representation reflected population changes. These periodic adjustments have played a crucial role in maintaining the fairness and balance of India's electoral system. By aligning constituency boundaries with demographic shifts, the Delimitation Acts have helped uphold the principle of equal representation. In 1976, the 42nd Amendment to the Indian Constitution introduced a freeze on the delimitation of parliamentary and assembly constituencies. This meant that the boundaries of electoral districts would not be redrawn based on population changes until after the year 2000. The primary rationale was to encourage states to implement family planning programs without fear of losing political representation due to slower population growth. Later, the 84th Amendment in 2001 extended this freeze until 2026, maintaining the balance between states and ensuring that those with successful population control measures were not penalized in terms of legislative seats. Currently, the process of electoral delimitation remains a topic of significant discussion across India. The next major delimitation is anticipated to take place following the 2026 census, which will provide updated population data. This has sparked intense debates, particularly between southern and northern states. Southern states, which have experienced slower population growth due to successful family planning initiatives, express concerns about losing representation. In contrast, northern states, with higher population growth, stand to gain more seats, raising questions about fairness and regional balance in the allocation of political power. Delimitation, the process of redrawing electoral boundaries, presents a range of complex challenges. Political imbalances can arise when boundaries are manipulated to favor certain groups, potentially undermining fair representation. Federal tensions often emerge as states or regions contest the allocation of seats, especially when population changes shift political power. Migration further complicates matters, as shifting populations can lead to underrepresentation or overrepresentation in certain areas. Additionally, disparities between urban and rural representation may persist, with urban growth sometimes outpacing adjustments to constituency boundaries. Delimitation plays a crucial role in upholding the principles of democracy. By carefully redrawing electoral boundaries, it ensures that each vote carries equal weight, contributing to fair and transparent elections. This process also adapts political representation to reflect shifts in population, preventing imbalances that could undermine public trust. Ultimately, effective delimitation strengthens democratic institutions by promoting equity and inclusivity in governance. Delimitation refers to the process of redrawing the boundaries of electoral constituencies to reflect changes in population. This exercise is based on the most recent census data, ensuring fair and equal representation. An independent commission is responsible for overseeing the delimitation process, maintaining impartiality and transparency. Currently, the delimitation of constituencies has been frozen until 2026 as mandated by law. The issue remains a significant topic in political discussions, as it directly impacts the balance of representation across regions. Delimitation plays a pivotal role in ensuring fair and equitable representation within India's democratic framework. By redrawing electoral boundaries, it aims to balance the distribution of seats in accordance with population changes. However, the process is far from straightforward, as it often intersects with deep-rooted political interests and regional sensitivities. These complexities fuel ongoing debates and make delimitation a contentious issue. Despite the challenges, its importance in upholding the principles of democracy remains undeniable.